Hello, beautiful. This is OKeba Anahata Ra coming to you with another video dealing with relationships, right? This is kind of somewhat of an answer, a little bit of an answer video to my last video, which was entitled, Ladies, You Are the Prize. You are the prize. And if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. I will link it below so that you can watch that video. But I think some people were a little bothered by it. I'm sure there may have been some who were triggered, especially those who did not actually watch it. So if you haven't seen it yet, please watch that video. But I stand by everything I said in that video. And I say again, ladies, you are the prize, right? You are the prize. And what I want to say here, in referring to the men, particularly the men who may have been bothered by that title or brushed past it because they thought it was the same old, let me say that we're in a space in our society now where it is true. Men are being encouraged to think that they are supposed to be the prize. And that is out of order, right? It's out of order in terms of the dynamics, the natural, the traditional dynamics that tends to occur between men and women. Like I said before, I have to preface this by saying that I'm kind of old-fashioned and traditional, and I do believe in a woman being in her femininity and a man being in his masculinity, knowing that it is a spectrum, right? Femininity falls on a spectrum, masculinity falls on a spectrum, right? But still, in every relationship, the dynamic exists. It exists. Even in same sex relationships, you still see that dynamic existing, right? And so it is a natural thing. And so that is what I encourage, that dynamic existing. So when I say in society, men are being encouraged to be the prize, part of that is because women are saying that, oh, well, I'm not the prize. We're equal. We're the same. There's no difference between us, right? You have that argument. And then you have the other argument, like what I talked about in my video, where you have that term of being the prize has been hijacked by a certain group that are looking for a particular type of men, and they want to just sit back and chill. And watch my video, you'll get more information about that. I'm not going to go into all of that right here. What I do want to talk about is the man's role, right? Because if she's the prize, then who are you? Men, brothers, you are the Heru. You are the hero. That's who the man is supposed to be. When he's in his state, when he's in his natural, normal state, he's the Heru trying to get his prize. That's the dynamic that I want to speak about today, right? And now some men might, like I said, be bothered, offended, or triggered by that, by not feeling that they are the prize, like I said before. But that's kind of because we're moving into this culture where, men are becoming more like the macaroni, right? You remember the Mac where he had the pimpish hat, and he got all the extravagant furs, and he all dressed up really like the way women do. He has all the fly stuff, and he has an entourage of women around him as the Mac or the macaroni. The macaroni is an English term that goes way back to like the around the 17th century, 18th century, and it's describing, there was a particular figure, but it's describing a type of man that's just really extravagant with these huge wigs and, all the flashiest clothes, and has all of this sex, sex with women, sometimes homosexual sex as well, but interacting, and he's this thing that everybody's, he's getting all of this attention, basically, in the way that, sometimes women will get attention. He's the one getting attention. And so he doesn't go after women. All the women come to him. And it's more like, in our time, it becomes like almost pimpish, right? And sometimes when men want to be pimpish and they want to be like that, they're like, well, no, she gonna chase after me because I'm the prize. I'm the prize. ladies, let me warn you in advance. Any man that thinks that he's the prize and he comes at you like that, turn the other way. Okay? Because the truth is that that may not make the best mate for you, and more than likely it won't. A man should see you as the prize and that he's the Heru, right? He's that sun, he's that Heru that shines upon you, that light upon you, and he delights in your pleasure and your smile and your beauty. If he wants to be the center of attention and be that macaroni or that light that everybody surrounds with, well, that's not necessarily the best husband. He might be a guy who, if you wanted to play games with, or you just want somebody to go out with on the town, or, you know, whatever. But I'm talking about women who are, I'm speaking to women who want to go for marriage. So I would say stay clear of those men. They are like, in truth, like shooting stars. The men, the fabulous, you know, they like shooting stars. They're not around much and they won't stick around. Whereas throughout the sky, you have all these different stars that are up there that you can select from. And sometimes it's your beauty, your femininity that helps to brighten them up, to help to bring them out more and help them to fully become that man they are to be. Encourage them, inspire them, bring out that Heru in the man by being a feminine woman. All right, bring it out in him. And so I want to just talk about some of those qualities that you should look for when you're looking for a Heru, who will be like that sun. That sun, he begins to shine bright like that sun. I want to tell you about some characteristics. Now, right off the back, let me say this. Before you even start looking, these are 3 things that I would say to look for immediately before you start getting into all the other details that you will see later on as you date. First things, and I am going to be looking down. I want to make sure I get everything in. Number 1, he takes care of himself and he pays his own way, right? I think that should be self-explanatory, but I need to make it clear. If you're walking into a relationship where a man is expecting for you to pay this and pay that, and he's asking you for money right off the bat, that's a red flag right from the beginning. Not a good go. So that, put on the brakes there, keep it moving. I don't care how fine he is or what kind of promises he's making. Don't go for the okie doke, okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is you need to respect him, right? Or is this a man that you can respect? Is this a man that you do respect? Meaning, what type of things does he do in his life? How does he carry himself? What type of work does he do? Is it honest work? Is it something respectable? Is this the type of person who you could bring home, could take around your family, your friends, and you feel proud of him? Even if he's not at that full place that he needs to be, can you at least be in a space where you can speak about him respectably? That's number 2, very important. And the Bible says, wives, respect your husbands. Before you even become a wife, you have to respect that man that you're dating, that you're even seeking to date, okay? So that's very important. And the third thing, very important to look for even before you get into everything else, is this man a kind man? Is he kind, right? And that's something that you can easily see if you observe him. Observe how, not just how he treats you, but how he treats other people. How does he treat, if you go out for drinks or dinner or whatever, how does he treat the wait staff? How does he treat people when things don't go his way? How does he talk to people on the phone? He's having conversation and something's going on. How does he talk to them? What are the things? How does he speak to other people? That is very important, and it's very telling. It's very telling because he can be sweet to you all day long. But if he's calling the wait staff out of her name, or he's talking about his past, his ex or whatever, and he's using the B word to talk about this one, and he's calling women out of their names and everything, just understand that there may come a time when he's not so happy with you, and you may be on the other side of his anger. So that's something to consider. How he speaks to people, how he treats other people. Is he a kind man? Those are the top 3 things that I would say to look for initially. Now, I have a whole list of other things that I'm going to tell you that are keenly important for a man who, after you've looked at those 3 things, but this is a man who, yeah, I want to date him further. Yes, I want to, he could be the one. He could be the one. All right. I want to talk about those things. There are 10 things I want to list for you, but this is getting a little long, so I'm going to make this as a part 2 where I get into those 10 things. All right. So stay tuned with me. Check out part 2. And if you did not check out my video where I'm saying, ladies, you are the prize, check out that video so you know what I'm talking about. Brothers, men, you are the Heru. Yes, and ladies, you are the prize. All right, that's it. Check me out for part 2 and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and also send it to someone else who would like to hear it, who you know would like to hear it. And that's it. Like I always say, ladies, be beautiful inside and out, all right? And you'll help to bring that masculinity and the Heru out of your man, all right? That's it for now. Peace.